Hey, Steven, you know what's hot this week?
Bald scientists.
Oh, okay.
You can still play.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Well, welcome to Disasterpiece Theatre, the only podcast where we talk about the dark arts of pitchcraft. I'm Alex White.
I'm Stephen Grenade.
And this is George Hrab.
Hi, boys.
Hi. We're
Hi.
excited to have you on. I am, in fact...
Isn't every week Bald Scientist Week?
Every week is Bald... Oh, it should always be Bald Scientist
Absolutely.
Week.
I think so. I think we need a mandate of
Every
something.
I
week is
approve
Bald
of this.
Scientist Week. That
You
sounds
could
like
probably
it
get
should
a
be
law passed.
Chunky
Make that
glasses,
happen.
Bald Scientist
Chunky
Week.
glasses.
That's the way it goes.
I'm going to take the contacts out. I'm going back to
There you
the
go.
chunky
Totally.
glasses. These are not really chunky,
Should we
though.
all shift over one pair here? Then you can, and we can,
Gonna-
and then we'll just shift again.
You
at
are
some point.
blind.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a headache, and also I saw into another
Look,
dimension.
some of us have 10 diopter eyes. That's just what you get.
That's
That's
right.
nice. That's like there's a comic that says, it's like finding a person in a wheelchair, being like, man, you really can't walk. You really can't walk at all.
I love your orthopedic device.
It's like,
We're
wow.
sensitive like Hollywood. That's really
Yeah,
the
that's
thing.
true.
That's
Okay,
right,
perfect.
that's right, that's
Perfect.
right.
Get the ball rolling.
So we understand you're a specialist in evolutionary biology.
I'm not a specialist. I'm a fan.
A fan,
I
a fan.
enjoy-
A lover
I
of-
lover. Yes.
Do you have
I
like
get-
Darwin posters?
Totally, yeah, with holes cut in them for special moments. Yeah. Yeah, I get my
Wait,
chuck
so
on.
you just have to keep expanding that to put new transitionary fossils into place, right?
Yes,
it just
yes,
like folds
transitionary,
out.
That's one word for it. Sure, that's fine.
He meant
Primordial
he
ooze.
mates
right.
with them.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. No, I mean, one of the highlights of my existence was getting a chance to go to the Galapagos Islands.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
excellent.
Actually, literally walk in the footprints of Darwin and to
Right.
see Lonesome George, who just passed away, I think a couple months ago. This 160-year-old tortoise that was there at the same time as Darwin was
Right.
there. And you really get this visceral connection to what evolution is about and how it works. And again, just as a fan of science and a fan of evolution, mind-blowing.
Right.
Mind-blowing to see these islands and to walk and to see how well that park is preserved and what they're doing. It's just tremendous stuff. So yeah, huge fan.
Right.
Well, this is really good. This is really good.
Yep, you've also got your podcast and drumming
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the
several other
Geologic
things.
podcast, which is just my silly stories, talking about music and talking about being a fan of science, and talking about Dragon Con, and talking about Klingons, and talking about how Prometheus was a piece of shit. So it's all good.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So what did you hate about Prometheus? So before we get into the pitch.
What did I hate about the thing that I can't stand is when films rely on incompetence to drive a plot, especially a film that is supposedly being here's $1 trillion spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in most cultures, when you're spending that kind of money, the people that are going to be working on it are going to be probably, if not the best in the field, towards the best in
Right.
the field. When
You have a problem with them taking off their mask when they get to an alien?
I'm not even there yet. I'm not even there yet.
He's still on the
when,
ship.
When your botanist in the first 20 minutes of the film says, "I'm here for the money,"
Oh yeah.
Well-
or a geologist. When
Yeah.
the geologist says, I'm here for the money," because most scientists get into
Well,
science
that's
for the money.
That's where the money is.
That's where the money is. In geology.
Yeah, absolutely.
In space geology.
Space geology,
Well, that's what
raking
God
in the
says.
space
I'm going to
box.
freeze myself for 2 years or whatever magic warp drive thing that they did, and then
Right.
and then thaw myself out, and then go rake in the green, baby. Yeah, it's time for space geology money. That's
Yeah.
what I'm. So right
So
away,
that's your dream, is to be a space geology person raking in the bucks
raking
after
in the
being
bucks,
frozen.
and getting that space tail.
Yeah.
Also that a very, very old Guy Pearce can, for no reason, be immortalized by being beaten to death by a giant man.
Why would you cast an actor who is significantly younger than his character?
Mm-hmm.
Not even like, okay, I would get if you cast an 80-year-old guy playing 120. Great. You cast Guy Pearce, who is whatever he is, 40, playing 120.
I think we call it hot.
And then never use any shots of him as a young guy. I know on the web there was some stuff. I'm interested in the film, just as a standalone piece of art. You never use, and the whole time I'm thinking like, oh, that's Guy Pearce in old makeup. That's
Right.
Guy Pearce in old makeup. That's Guy Pearce in old makeup. Like, okay, that scene is coming where we'll see him as a young guy, which never comes, which is also like in the back of your mind, just sort of like,
You're
weighing
just waiting
down
for it.
on your taint the whole time. You're like, it's coming, and it never comes. So, I mean, yeah, but the most frustrating thing is that incompetence, I love watching people do their job really well.
Yeah.
It's boner inducing. Like when you have a good episode of The Next Generation or something where everyone kicks in and does their job.
Yeah.
Like when Data tries to take over the ship on whatever episode that was, and everyone like jumps in and tries to prevent. Like it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or when they hit the quantum string.
that's why
like, everyone does their
that's why
gig.
shows like Leverage, which has been described as competence porn, exist because it's like here are people who are at the top of their game,
Absolutely.
doing
House
great things
or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make mistakes. They might go off on the wrong tangent, but they're competent.
Understandable mistakes.
Understandable mistakes that don't drive the plot
Right.
necessarily.
They're not having to run with
Prometheus
the idiot ball.
Yeah, from the get-go was just, why would you, no, don't do, you're going to that, no, put the mask on. Why are you taking, no, really, that's what we're going to talk about? Oh, okay, yeah, our geologist and the other guy, the biologist, are stuck in this mountain
Right.
pyramid thing. Let's go back to our ship and have sex. That's what we should do. That's what we need to do. That's the way we're going to approach this problem. Two-ninths of our team is stuck. Let's have sex.
Yeah.
Well, you forgot that it was the cartographer /
Right.
geologist who got
Yeah,
lost.
the one who was making the map.
Yes, the cartographer who is so proud of his 2 devices that he throws up into the air. One of the few cool things in it that he had these little globes he threw up. He like tossed up, and then his babies, he called them. Right?
Yeah.
His
Because he kisses them, right?
Let my babies, map this place, and he gets lost.
That's right.
That dude gets lost. I mean,
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to read the maps. He just makes them.
Hubris is the
essence
downfall of every
of
tragic hero.
incompetence.
It's not a tragic hero. I'm sorry.
On my show, I did about a 40-minute rant about
Oh, yeah.
Prometheus. So if we won't.
So you're a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you paid more attention than most people who watched it.
But you didn't have to. It was such an ocean of yuck that you just sort of swam in it. And it was just awful. Just
Yuck.
absolutely awful.
I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
Ocean of yuck.
Well, we feel that
We feel that science is not getting its due in movies like that,
Sure.
and we want you here to help us craft a movie that will really have the science in it.
Yes.
Right.
So, what are you thinking?
Well, but bad news. It turns out that a majority of our focus groups were very interested in, should we say, young Earth creationism from the perspective of the Christians.
Nice.
And so we need to find a way to make the science agree with the young Earth creationism.
Oh, okay.
Aliens.
So some kind of 6,000-year-old Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient astronaut.
I'm thinking aliens.
Ancient astronaut. Okay. Because we're getting into Promethean.
6,000
territory
years
somewhat.
is ancient. Right?
That's really old.
Yeah.
That's
Very
super old.
Super old. As old as you can get.
I mean,
pretty much.
The house I live in is 10 years old. So, 6,000 years, that's huge.
See, the thing is, though, that if you're dealing with aliens, then that counters that idea of making.
Well, they're his angels.
You don't know what God looks like? They're the seraphim.
So this is seraphim.
Yeah.
Right. So this is alien seraphim that are constructing.
I think so.
Alien
Yes.
/ seraphim that are constructing biological creatures in situ, established as they are
Absolutely.
today. 6,000 years ago.
They're carefully carving the fjords, doing all
Right.
those
Now,
sorts
why
of
are they
things.
doing this? Why is the Earth made for this purpose? Why?
That is a really good question.
Yeah.
Is it the creative impulse, or is it
No, it's some kind of
some sort of terrible experiment that, in fact, maybe that's the thing. The aliens are going to come back
To
now
test one guy.
to test one guy.
To test one guy. Maybe it could be a geologist.
You just
I'm fixating
pulled that
on the
right out. You are
geologist.
really stuck in the geologist.
Yeah.
Well-
So like
Geologist cartographer.
Well, see, our hero has to find evidence that the Earth really is only 6,000 years old, and because there is, of course, the scientific conspiracy against things like that. All the other scientists are now hunting him.
okay. Oh wait. So we're gonna have Seraphim, who is going to create the Earth and make it look like
Absolutely.
it's billions of years old.
Absolutely,
Look like
that's
it's
that's
okay.
craftsmanship.
Is this a large, let's say, practical joke, or some kind of a way to win a bar bet, like a Seraphim version of a bar bet?
that
it's
could
like,
be at the end. They discover
I bet that I could fool.
there's no way you could fool. No, by the
Yeah.
time they get that's not going to
They
happen.
just have too much science.
That's right.
Or is this some type of like a setting, like in essence a movie set? But the movie is not a movie. The movie is existence, and that these creatures that are in this film, it's a huge punked episode in
Right.
essence.
Right.
Some kind of, and that universal disappointment of people or fooling of people drives some kind of battery or something. Right? Like there's some kind
It's
of
like it's like the matrix of angst.
Exactly, yeah. Some kind of like deception
Right.
energy field that gets created by people. The more people
Ooh.
believe that the Earth is actually 4 billion years old and the universe is 15 to 20 billion years old, whatever it is,
Right.
drive this deception
Right.
engine of some kind.
Do you know why you feel pain when you have cognitive dissonance?
Okay, no.
It's the same thing as when you have like a magnetic generator and you're turning the handle.
Oh, and it's sort of the shock that gets kind of built up.
So
Interesting.
you're actually generating
Okay.
energy as you go through having cognitive dissonance.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
So they
And-
love election years.
So-
They love them.
They're so happy right now.
So our hero is trying to expose that, in fact,
Yes.
this energy is driving some force of some
Right.
kind, some kind of
Right. He starts to stumble on the
thing.
truth.
Right.
Whoa,
that-
whoa, guys! My focus groups were all Christian. The idea at the end of this that you're going towards is let's shut down the Lord's power grid.
What does God need with an earth?
What does God need with an
Excuse me.
Earth? It is
Excuse
all
me.
about humans.
What is God within Earth? Excuse me.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure special effects, big budget, it'll be fine.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you think that could work?
The renegade scientists on a run fighting against the science establishment.
So yes,
You know, the same
it's
people that are keeping down all of the people who do, free energy, the same people who are shutting down the
Yes.
people who are doing faster than light drives.
Yes.
I mean, the establishment is
Yes.
holding down the real renegades.
Right,
I think this is
right.
another example of
water
that.
fuel and
Exactly.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Regenerative
Interesting.
braking
Yes, regenerative braking.
power your
That's
entire car the
right.
entire way.
So again, all those principles are actually true.
Yes.
And again,
There.
it feeds into the deception
There.
battery,
Yeah.
the angst battery that's
Right.
powering. Well, now
Well, it's because everybody knows that they're true, but they're all deceiving themselves.
Right.
Thus the cognitive dissonance.
Right.
Thus
and the pain and
But
the
what's it driving? How is that? I mean, somehow these 6 billion, for the most part, people are being fooled and are being deceived, and it's driving what?
Maybe that actually drives Satan's battery. That's how he keeps hell hot.
so
Interesting.
that's
some kind of thermostat, some kind of
Right.
rheostat, depression deception rheostat, which
Yeah.
drives the fires of hell.
yeah.
Ooh.
Or it could be that instead there's some sort of energetic balance that must be maintained in the universe. And Earth is essentially the dumping ground for all of it. It's like, you get to be really terrible so we can have a wonderful planet over here.
Oh,
there's
wow.
some, like, resort planet.
Right.
Oh, that
Where-
was
We're the
where all
filter,
right.
We're the filter sort of on the air device, getting all the yuck out of the
Yeah, exactly.
universe
Exactly.
to let planet Cabo
Planet Cabo.
Planet Capo, yes.
be nice.
I like that, and if maybe that population could be 1% of the population, that's going to allow me to push my liberal media agenda,
Excellent.
which is a big deal for me. I'm really into pushing just liberalness because I'm
That's-
stuck in
that's the thing.
Toyota.
Right.
So yeah, I think that could work. I think that we're going to need our main character needs to take a sex break midway through the film.
Well,
maybe
yeah.
maybe
At
get
least
grazed
one.
by a
At least-
bullet.
At least one.
Yeah.
And then-
or just a long elevator ride.
Sponge bath, sex break.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And also, we need a plucky sidekick, somebody who's like maybe a stoner, never gets out of his parents' basement, dresses really slovenly.
Okay.
I was hoping that maybe we could get you attached to the project.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
You may have to dress down a little.
Right.
Just a little though.
Right.
Just a touch.
Typecasting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he
we
can still be a drummer.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
That's
Perfect.
just the
Yes.
drummer side of
Musician.
things.
Right.
Well,
right.
it's because you know the truth. Because I feel like you really do. You know the truth about things, and so you would easily identify with a character who knows the truth about things and how wrong you actually are in real life.
Gotcha.
Right,
Sort of,
exactly.
Yeah. The
We-
bizarro.
We need a female in there somewhere for
A
the sex
female
break.
in there for the sex break.
Is this going to be a journalist, or is this going to be?
Well, nobody
Uh,
says competent journalists like me to like Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm thinking like airplane stewardess.
airplanes.
Okay.
This guy during his travels.
Somebody tries to assassinate him. A scientist tries to assassinate him.
Yes. One of the science cabal comes after him with a gun.
Right.
With their phony beliefs about hadron colliders.
Right. So
Right.
they've got to
Small
go out the
or
back
large.
of the plane, grab do a DB Cooper,
Yes.
and they get thrown out, and he
She
has to.
helps-
Yeah. She
sort
helps
of-
him, and they
in the
both have
moment
to
there's a
go.
connection, and they're just on
And
this
then,
wild ride.
and then they've got to go because the scientists are now after her too.
right,
Right.
of course, because they presume that she's in. on the-
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
She helped. She must
Well,
be in on it.
Right.
Scarlett Johansson then is a wrong choice. I think that for a stewardess you need somebody who's really very plucky and bubbly. So I'm thinking like Selma Blair,
Okay.
because she's known for her plucky, bubbly, not totally flat nature.
Right.
Nice.
Nice.
I think this is coming together well. I,
think so.
I don't see how this doesn't make money.
Do we need a title? Is that something that
We
need to-
do need a title. I don't know what that.
Got any ideas?
I'm trying to think. The truth? No, the truth engine. No, the
Real Earth. This summer, get real.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
tagline.
And he could be
too.
all, yeah, because there's an explosion happening behind him.
A conspiracy 6,000 years in the making.
Oh, wow.
6K.
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 That's brilliant.
6K.
That's awesome.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Well,
I think we have our movie.
I think we've got it.
Done.
Well, excellent. Well, for Disasterpiece Theatre, I'm Alex White.
I'm Stephen Grenade.
I'm George Hrab.
Woohoo! All right.
Thank you for being on here.
Thanks.